All right, it is Friday, ladies and gentlemen. To be precise, it is Friday, April 4th, 2025, 6:44 p.m. It has been a long, tiring, stressful week of work, and the work week is finally over. And now it's time to play Lord of the Rings online. So come with me as we take on the adventures of the Corsairs of Umbar expansion on my level 148 human champion Lorendon. I hope y'all are going to stick around because we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. Let's get into it. If I gotta go along the shore to get down there, maybe what it is. That shore doesn't look very traversable. I don't think that's traversable, but we will give it a shot. Yep, that's an evil tree. Oh, maybe it is traversable. Yikes, wrong button. Let's see how far we get here. See that? I don't think we can go further down that way. Yeah, it's a long ways down to it. Let's see if we get damage. I know that some of the ocean, yeah, see, it instantly damages you. Keeps you from going out that way to get areas. So we'll go up and around. Let's see what we can figure out. Oh, I remember this. I was doing this the other day. I'd forgotten all about this. I got over there, then somebody was wanting to do something. I can't remember what it was. So I went over to help them and ended up stopping working on this. It's a little hidden cove over here. We'll go ahead and walk so that way there we can kill mobs and harvest nodes for crafting. Oh, hold on. I just thought of something. That's right, I was set up. Well, I can't do that now because the bird wants to fight. There we are. I was set up on a single target spec for a raid or group or something I was doing, so yeah, we got that changed back. Alright, it's better. I like my AoE spec. Getting a little more server lag tonight than normal. Servers are starting to get packed. They really need to open another couple 64-bit servers because it's going to get worse as more people transfer over and start on these servers. just noticed something. I didn't sell those. Why are they not there? There we are. Now we're set up. I think this is it right here. There, much better. Yo, hello. That was a long one. Should be right over here. There's where I'm trying to get to. We lived!
But you did not know Varian.
No, you would not have.
No.
Oh, he's still going.
You would not have.
Alright. The lives of Ents are measured differently. Months are the blink of an eye or less. I was thinking of Fettering when I carried this wounded creature, this elf, back here to my home. I did not know if he would live. For Fettering, I would try to save him. In time, he did recover his strength. And that is when I named him Nestin, something like that, which is sapling who is healed in the words Fettering taught to me. In the words Fettering taught to me. Oh, we're traveling somewhere. We're doing some sort of instance thing.
Awaken, Nestina Nesona.
Is he going to talk as well? No. Where am I? What happened to me? I remember the marching ranks of the orcs, my friends. I have to warn my friends and the defenders of Helm's Deep, but how did I come to be here? Pain. I remember a pain in my side. Oh, he said, I think you were going to live after all. I feel so weak. You were pierced by an arrow when I found you. These Bodorum, these orcs, they use a deadly poison. I have to warn my friends, this poison. Somebody said something, and I'm not in the multi-stream chat. My bad, I missed it. It says, greetings, Frone. Well, greetings to you as well. Let's see, where were we at? You were pierced by an arrow or something other. I have to warn them. Okay. And then we're back to clicking on Leaf Shade. You are one of the long-lived ones, like my friend Farin. But even poison can bring the elves low, if it is of a bad sort. The poison used by these Badorum, these orcs, is of a very bad sort indeed. Any others struck by their arrows would have died at once, and never known there was poison to survive. An elf might last a little longer, but without my Intish medicine you would have perished too. You are lucky. Ints do not believe in such thing, but Fettering used to speak of it to me. Oh, she did. If I had not seen you on my return journey, you would surely be dead now. You have Fettering's luck, little Nestanasorn. You slept for a long time and will need to sleep longer if you are to be fully healed. What did Fettering used to say to me? You are not of the woods yet. Boom tum. Imagine that, Nestanasorn. You are fortunate you have awoken. I had decided to drop you in the sea if you did not survive the poison. That is a joke? I hope that is a joke. Oh, that's ending. Or maybe it's going to another scene. I don't know.
Time passed. But Nestina Nesorna
Wow, that's how he says it.
could not wait.
Where'd they go? Oh, there they are. You have to let me go, Leafshade. My friends need me. Horn, Nona, Lorandon, Gleoan. I tried to stand and walk, but my body still too weak. Okay. You cannot help them, as you are now my friend. They would fight for me, Leafshade. I am felling them. The rest now, Nestanasorn. I really can't say that name.
Slowly, my friend regained his strength.
What is it, Leafshade? Something has changed. The air tastes differently. I think a great distant evil has been defeated. Not Sauron. Your name for things are so small, Nestanasorn. But you may be right. Boom. The natural world sings anew. My friends, my heart tells me this victory is yours. But did you survive it?
But Nestina Nesorna was still weak on the day strangers came to my home.
Who we got here? Why should we not burn this grove as a message to the folk of Gondor who live in Anaphelis? We have set fire to their ships, but the ships come from elsewhere and are manned by crews selected by the Prince of Dol Amroth and by the king far away in the White City. I say we burn this grove to show they are not safe in their homes. The waves bring us even to their shores, and they are not safe from us. If you do this, Nakasi, you do it alone. I want no part of it. I have men enough to burn everything here. Ah, I see him now. Do not need your crew for this, Tathata. But I will not forget you with held your assistance. I beg you to spare this grove and its keeper. Can we not come to an arrangement? Whatever, left with them and sailed away on one of their ships. I did not want to fight, and I am glad that I did not have to. But I hope my friend is safe. He was not yet fully recovered from the wound. He's not fully recovered from his wound, and could not hope to oppose the people of the ships if it came to fighting. Leafshade stares at you with half-lidded eyes. He seems nearly ready to fall asleep once again. Alright, that ends that encounter.
Yesterday, I saw the ships return.
They sailed south until they disappeared over the horizon. Leafshade's words rise in intensity until their booming shakes the branches of the trees. Trees of stringed and whatever. I hope you will ensure Nestineshraha is safe. Leafshade ceases his trumpeting, and quiet returns once again to Tambamale. He is a friend, he murmurs. So many others went away. You assure Leafshade that you will do what you can to help him, but the Ent says nothing more. Okay, so where do they want me to go back to? Okay, over here. And we got this thingy we can go straight to. Not really. Do we have that one though? We do. It's right there. So we'll return to it. Okay. Need to go in that direction. Actually, let's get on our ordinary mount since we're in town. It's a little easier to maneuver on this mount. No, up this way. Wow. That was wild looking. Holy crap.
We have only just arrived at Londkirion. Did you learn where the ships are bound?
You tell Elisar that the Corsair ships left the river and sailed south until they disappeared over the horizon. So Nakasi does make for Umbar. I was not certain that would be so. It seems she knows the value of her captive to the kindred of the coins. But something else troubles you, my friend. I can see it in your expression. You tell Elisar more briefly than it was told to you of Leafshade's account of the past few months. The king puts a comforting hand on your shoulder. Your friend Corridon lives, Lorandon, but he is in need of rescue. As it happens, we were already planning such a mission, for young Thorongil must be freed from his imprisonment as well. I feel in my heart this is the way it must be. Both of these captives are being brought to Umbar, the city of the Corsairs. A small party of adventurers might infiltrate the city and rescue Thorongil and Corridon, where a larger group must surely fail. I want you to lead this small party, my friend. I know you are the right choice for this task, though it prove most dangerous. You say that Corridon's sister Sigileth intended to investigate his disappearance near Helm's Deep. I will send a message to Erkenbrand that she be found and told of these new tidings.
You will need a ship to carry you and the crew you choose to bring to Umbar.
I know I can rely on you for this, Lorandon, but you will need a ship to carry you and the crew you choose to bring to Umbar. I've already spoken with Orgelus about this and have given the heir of Galaskill a number of things to consider, but as you will lead the expedition across the bay, you should be the one to hear what he has decided. I believe you will find him in his bedroom somewhere upstairs. Okay. Let's try this. I'm not sure where he's at. Hold on. The music is very loud to me. I don't know if it's loud to y'all, but it's very loud to me. Holy crap, that was killing me. Nope, that's not it. No. Nope. Is that one? No. Okay. Let's go across over here, see maybe this one. Oh, we got into this one. Alright. Nope. Oh. Aha! We found him. Orgelus looks at you with a crestfallen expression as you arrive.
Someone needs to rescue Thorongil, and I suppose it falls to me.
Alright. We cannot choose the times that call upon us, can we? Someone needs to rescue Thorongil, and I suppose it falls to me. I am not a warrior or a sailor, but how hard can it truly be? I have watched the men training, and I can swing a sword nearly as well as they can. And the Wave Hunter has a crew who will do the actual sailing, I trust. Orgelus chews his lower lip with worry, and you are reminded he is only 12 years old. I don't know what to do, Lorandon. I want to help and to prove that I am strong and brave enough to do what my father would want of me, but I also know I cannot leave my mother alone. I share some of the blame for Thorongil's capture. Should I not also be responsible for helping rescue him, if such a thing might be possible? Orgelus sighs unhappily. The king asked me, what would your father tell you? But I confess that I don't know. Do you? Do you have any idea what my father Galaskill would want me to do? What would he say to me? He would say you're too young. Gather your thoughts concerning something other. Oh, okay, I see. Here we are. You remember Galaskill standing in the White City before battle was joined on the Pelennor fields, unafraid of the hard times ahead, trying to remember the words of an old traveling song. You remember finding Galaskill on the Pelennor fields after the great battle, surrounded by the corpses of the orcs that ambushed him. You recall, too, the look on his face when he learned how many of his friends perished before the walls of Minas Tirith, but such sorrow did not keep him from marching to the Black Gate with the men of the West when his king required it. You remember Gulskill at the Battle of the Black Gate as he stood face to face with the mighty Olag that would give him his mortal wound, and you recall his final words. If there is a day to come after this, he said, look to the people of Anfalas. Tell them their lord. You cannot say for certain what the Lord of Anfalas intended, for then he died, only moments before the fall of the Dark Lord Sauron and the rout of Mordor's armies. You relay his father's words to Orgulus, and Galaskil's heir rubs at a smudge on the floor with his shoe.
My father's last thoughts were not for himself, or for what he was about to lose?
But for the folk of Anfalas, so far away? How could that be true, Lorandon? He left us behind to go to the war. If he truly cared, would he not have remained here? You remind Orgulus that his father counted his family, his son, and his wife among those people of Amphalis he sought to protect, and it was on their behalf that he followed the king to war. Orgulus sighs again. Is that what you were telling me? To be a good ruler, you have to put the needs of your people ahead of your own? Is that what it means to be the son of the Lord of Anfalas? Is that what it means to be the heir of Gulskill? But it is so difficult. Thorongil would cast all that aside and charge off to battle, hoping to achieve glory, and before today I might have done the same. But I am not a fighter, not yet, and if I were seized by Umbar as was Thorongil, what would that mean for the people of Anfalas? I have to stay here. I have to help my mother and be here for my people. My father was a great mariner and a mighty warrior, but I have not yet grown into the man he was. I must serve my people in another way.
I will remain behind to help protect Anfalas and Penath Gelin from further attack by the Corsairs.
For that is the best way for me to aid my people. But the king is right that someone must sail to Umbar and rescue Thorongil if it can be done in secret. He has chosen you for this, Lorandon, but you need a ship. Orgulus stands at attention and studies you seriously. The Wave Hunter was given to me by my father, and if he had not died in service of Gondor, one day he would have taught me to be a great mariner as he was. But that was not meant to be. Instead, I give command of the Wave Hunter to you until Thorongil is returned safely to his hall. Use it well and wisely, and may the memory of Gulskill go with you and fill the sails with wind to speed you on your journey. When Thorongil is rescued, and the threat of the Corsairs is ended, perhaps you will teach me what you have learned of sailing, and I will drive the Wave Hunter upon the great sea. But that will be in days yet to come. For now I must find how to protect the folk of Anfalas I will one day rule, and this is a lesson I will learn from my mother. Alright. Where is Elisar? He was here a moment ago. It says, talk to King Elisar outside the keep. Ah, okay. He's gone outside. There he is.
I am pleased with the decision of Orgulus.
Lorandon, I will not say I expected it with complete certainty, but I believe the son of Gulskill was enough like his father to arrive there after some deliberation. The folk of Amphalas will be in good hands once the Lady Mara instructs her son about what she has learned of rule, and a considerable amount. But our parts must now diverge, my friend. I charge you with the rescue of Thorongil and of Corridon, and look forward to your stressful returns. God, I'm gonna learn to read eventually. I charge you with the rescue of Thorongil and of Corridon, and look forward to your successful return aboard the Wave Hunter. Do try not to fan anew the flames of war with Umbar, Lorandon. This must be a mission carried out in secret. We're going to get a cape here. Let me take a look at these. See what they visually look like. Very cool. Alright, so we're going to take the heavy one, obviously. That's light. Light. Are they all light? They are all light. My bad. We're going to take the one that has might on it. That's the one we're going to take right there. That's a big upgrade.
I
And
suggest you add
Dean
the Wave Hunter's
level
complement of sailors,
149.
such folk as you can trust.
Let's go ahead and put our new cape on. I do like this other one that I had on. It's really cool looking. I do have that in my, let me make sure that's in my wardrobe. Woolen Cloak of Gundabad's Claim. Wardrobe. Ceremonial Cloak. So I don't have this one in here. Luckily I have more space so I could add it in there. That would have sucked to have lost that. The Wave Hunter. The Wave Hunter was harbored upriver in Penethgelen to protect it from the Corsairs during the War of the Ring. A decision that must have rankled Gulliskill even as he saw the need for it. The ship's crew is likely eager to sail again, and you will need their talents and knowledge of the bay to bring you to Umbar in secret. But your arrival at the city of the Corsairs will only be your mission's beginning, Lorandon. To that end, I suggest you add to the Wave Hunter's complement of sailors such folk as you can trust or as have a stake in the quest's successful conclusion. You will not be able to keep Nuriel away, I think, and as a knight of the Green Hills, her combat prowess may be of use to you. Legolas and Gimli will go with you gladly, of course, and I think Sirgon of Pelargir will be no less eager to sail again. His knowledge of the bay and of the folk that dwell along its shores may prove valuable. If you believe that Corridon's sister Sigilith will begin her search for him at Helm's Deep, the messages I have dispatched to Erkenbrand should reach her, and she will likely make her way to Gondor as soon as she can. There is another you should add to your crew, my friend, but I advise you to watch him carefully. I speak of the Corsair Jajax. I knew it! It may be helpful to have him near as you adventure in Umbar, if you can trust him. Now bid farewell to the traveling company, Lorandon, for we each have our own roads to walk, and it may be some time before we see each other again. Alright. So basically what's going on here, they do this almost every expansion when you have a major change or something going on, is you have this thing where you go around and talk to all the NPCs, and it's kind of like it wraps up the little story, and that's what it looks like we're doing here. So we're probably getting very close to actually moving on to Umbar.
Me. Do take care of yourself.
I hope the things I have heard about the city of the Corsairs are untrue, for it sounds a frightful and violent place. How do Corsairs behave when they are at home? I cannot even imagine. You tell Eoreth that your mission is supposed to be a secret, and she gives you a dramatic wink. My lips will remain sealed, you can count on me. She suddenly smacks her forehead with one palm. It is going to be very warm there. You will need to dress for the weather. A change of clothes may be warranted, Lorandon. Umbar, can you imagine?
Good fortune go with you, and may you rescue the young heir of Penarth Galleen from his captivity.
You need not take my advice, but if you have a willing ear, I might suggest that you bring my brothers with you when you assemble your crew. Eladin and Elrohir remained behind to aid the folk in Penethgelen for a few days, but I know that they would be happy to accompany you when they have done there what they wanted.
Eoreth says you plan to sail to Umbar.
I hope you know what you are doing, Lorandon. Eoreth says you plan to sail to Umbar, and most of what I have heard of that place is frightening. The king says Sauron is gone, and I have no reason to think he is wrong about that, but Sauron was worshipped for a long time in the city of Corsairs. Can you be certain his cult is gone? Glyndor and I will do what we can to keep the king safe. I hope the crew you assemble for your mission will do the same for you. I see somebody over here I missed. Oh, there's people all over the place. Okay.
I understand you are leaving us. Good luck to you, and to young Thorongil.
The heir of Penethgelen. I hope you are right, and the Corsairs will not harm their young captive. I would volunteer to come with you if I was not charged with maintaining the provisions for the king's traveling party, but what use could I be on such a quest? I am no fighter. But I do know food, Lorandon. The fruits of Umbar are apples, dates, figs, grapes, melons, and plums. Vegetables include beets, cabbage, eggplant, fennel, onions, and turnips. The diet of the Umbarum contains a great deal of fish and shellfish, but also beef, goat, mutton, and poultry in lesser quantities. I don't suppose that helps you at all. I will miss you, friend.
If you do encounter any members of this kindred, do not stay the killing stroke.
You are leaving us on a secret errand, Lorandon. Yrith says you go to rescue young Thorongil from the kindred of the coin. No, do not seek to deny it. We both know it is true. If you do encounter any members of the kindred, do not stay the killing stroke. They need to be taught not to interfere with the rule of Gondor. You tell Aphadare you hope to rescue Thorongil without undue bloodshed, and he snorts. I am sure that is your hope, but nothing so risky was ever accomplished without bloodshed. When it proves impossible, you will remember my words. I warrant.
Lenial and I will watch out for the king on his return to Minas Tirith. You take care of yourself.
For my heart tells me you are about to be in far greater danger than the rest of us. Talk to Lady Mar outside the keep. Is she over here somewhere? Ah, yes.
I may have misjudged both you and the king.
Lorandon, I felt certain the two of you would encourage my son Orgelus to follow in his father's footsteps, luring him away from Amphilis and into danger. But you have done the opposite. I am surprised. My heart goes out to Noriel and to her husband. Hope you are able to rescue their son from the Corsairs who have stolen him away. If Gullisgil were here, I know he would welcome you aboard the Wave Hunter. Indeed, he would have set sail at once as soon as he had a course to follow. Good fortune go with you and with the crew you choose. Long have I borne resentment for my husband's ship in my heart. But now I place upon its wooden frame my most fervent hope that you will return soon and safely, with young Thorongil in tow.
You sail into dangerous waters, my friend. And in Umbar, you will be beyond my help.
Rescue young Thorongil and Corridon, and return to Gondor as soon as you may. I leave the choice of your crew to you, but I have asked my scribe, Kaibar, to assemble some notes on folk who might be well suited for the task. Speak to him in the library of Lon Kirion, and hear his suggestions. Goodbye, my friend. I will see you again, but it may be many days hence and far from here. Haste and good fortune with you. Go with you, even. Is that like right over? Yeah, it's over here. Back into the crazy place where you almost fall through the floor. Let's see if we make it this time. Yeah. So far, so good. See on the map? Of course not. Let's see if we just happen to find me. Ah, my nose is bugging me tonight. This does not look like a library. We found the kitchen. Oh, the library. Okay.
This is really happening? When the king asked me to accompany you to Umbar, I thought he was joking.
I thought he said it in jest, but it was not so. I will do my best, Lorandon. You have shown me kindness, and I will do what I can in return. But do not ask me to steer the ship. I would fetch us up upon the rocks or on a reef, or... Oh, I feel suddenly faint. What are we getting here? A bracelet? Nice.
I will be fine in a moment. Let me just breathe for a bit.
Which one do I want to replace? That tactical and physical mitigation is pretty darn nice. I hate to give up critical rating and all that. Maybe I'll just do that first band. Is that the one? Yeah, that'll do just fine. It'll be fine in a moment. Let me just breathe for a bit. Kaibar rubs his eyes and steadies himself. All right, Lorendin, to business, to business. The Wave Hunter already has a complement of sailors, and they will best know how to bring us to Umbar, but you will want to fill out the crew with trusted and accomplished folk. After all, there will still be a rescue to manage once we arrive at the city of the Corsairs. King Elisar suggested several additions to the crew, and if you deem these enough, we can sail as soon as you have returned with them. Lady Noriel of Peneth Gellin, the boon companions Legolas and Gimli, Lord Sirgon of Pelargir, Corridon's sister Sigilith, and the Corsair Jajax. I have compiled notes on each of these and on others who might be willing to sail with us on the Wave Hunter. Consult my notes in the book on the table there, and may it prove useful as you assemble your crew. Oh, good lord. That is small type. I think if you were to sail for Umbar with only one other, it would have to be Lady Nariel. There is no way you can keep her from joining the crew of the Wave Hunter, and should you try, I believe she will swim behind the boat and deal you grievous injuries with her blade when she catches up. She is a knight of the Green Hills, so she will be no burden on the voyage, but she is also the mother of Thorngil. That by itself will fill her with such fury that she will prove a deadly member of the crew. If anything, you may need to restrain her from doing violence upon the kindred of the coins at an inopportune moment, lest you risk further incident between Gondor and Umbar. Lady Nariel can be found within the hall of Ost-Ondir in Peneth Gellin. Her husband Carindolian is a very different temperament, and I suspect he will not be interested in joining the crew, but perhaps you can ask him. Legolas. I understand from things you have told me that the friendship of Legolas the elf and Gimli the dwarf is newly bloomed, but today it seems stronger than ever, and they are well nigh inseparable. I have come to know the two of them somewhat myself during our journey across King's Gondor, and I spoke to Gimli about possibly joining the crew. He said he would think about it. I saw him waiting for the lift outside Lon Kiran a few minutes ago, so perhaps he was going down to the docks. You might still catch him there, and he may know where Legolas can be found as well. Sirgon, former Lord of Lebedin, greatly desires to sail again, and King Elisor has suggested that he be given the chance. He currently oversees the rebuilding of Gondor's fleet, but that task can surely be given to his son, Faltharan. If he does agree to join the crew of the Wave Hunters, Sirgon has a great deal of experience at sea and on the water, and I have little reason to suspect he would refuse this offer. His familiarity with fighting the Corsairs of Umbar, developed during his many years of service to Gondor, may also prove of use. You will find him inside his manor in Pelargir, in King's Gondor East. From things you have said, I understand that your missing friend Corridon has a sister, Sigilith, and she intended to seek him wherever he might be found. He disappeared in the vicinity of Helm's Deep, which means she would likely travel there in search of him, and the king dispatched messages to Erkenbrand, who lives there. If Sigilith went that way, she is sure to be on her way now to Gondor. Would such as she dare pass the paths of the dead? I understand she survived for weeks beneath the dungeons of Dol Guldur. It sounds to me as if she fears nothing. You should speak with Duanhir at his home in Morlad in the Blackroot Vale of King's Gondor West to see if she has arrived. Jajax. The rescue of Thorngil from the kindred of the coins will involve a dangerous voyage to the seat of power in Umbar, and it will be valuable to have someone on the Wave Hunter who is familiar with the laws and customs of that place. I understand that the Corsair Jajax considers you a friend, or at least not an enemy. If that is so, you should see if he will join the crew and bring to this mission his knowledge and experience. If you can trust him, that is. Jajax was last seen in Dol Amroth, I understand. You should speak with Prince Imrahil in the Palace of the Swan in King's Gondor West to learn if his guards know where Jajax went after you met with him. Jajax did not know what happened to his brother after they escaped from Umbar, but he has likely gone in search of him, if Daxamat still lives. Wow, this is a series of quests, basically. Holy moly. Queen Arwen's brothers are both very skilled hunters and trackers, as they each demonstrated while we toured King's Gondor with them. I think they are sure to agree to join the crew, given their friendship with King Elisor and their loyalty to Queen Arwen, their sister, but I do not know if they have ever traveled to Umbar. Their skills with bow and knife may be most valuable if such becomes necessary. I understand they remained in Penethgelen when we returned to Lond Kirion, but someone at Ost Arendir will know where they may be found. Leafshade. I've been thinking about what you said of the Ent Leafshade. Would he be willing to join the crew of the Wave Hunter? No, even as I write these words, I doubt them. Would he even want to board a ship, even one so fine as the Wave Hunter? It is made of wood, after all. So perhaps Leafshade will not join the crew, but he is very well traveled. Can it be he has ever made the overland journey to Umbar, even in days long past? If you consult him, he may have useful information. You may believe I have written this down simply to learn more about such creatures as Leafshade, and I cannot deny it completely, but I believe in my very bones that he may know something that will help you. The Swan Knights owe their allegiance to Prince Imrahil of Dol Amroth, but they serve too at the command of the King of Gondor, and I know King Elisor holds Rosaran in high esteem for both his loyalty and his martial skill. Rosaran would be a valuable member of the crew, but I cannot write his name without mentioning one complication that worries my conscience. As we traveled across King's Gondor, he spoke often of his wife, Brudis, from whom he had been parted and greatly desired to see once again. Can we ask him to leave her again so soon? Brudis will know where her husband can now be found, and the question should be put to him, but if he refuses, we should not pressure a different decision. I believe Brudis can be found at Tadrent in King's Gondor West. Even as I write the name, I remember his overbearing nature, and I want to cross it out. But Galengam, for all of his apparent faults, has a force of personality I cannot deny. His knowledge of provisioning and supply may be very helpful on the voyage, and few allies are as loyal as those who believe they have a great deal to gain by the successful completion of your mission. He claims to be the king's own merchant, then let him earn it. Galengam can be found inside his shop in Calimbel, King's Gondor West. Yeah, I don't want to invite him. One more. You are selling to the seat of power of the Kindred of the Coins, and that means danger. Thinking back over our journey across King's Gondor, I am reminded of the dwarf who warned us of the Kindred and their agents when we visited Fork Zahar. Gengar Farwin has no reason to love the Kindred or their allies, and he also suffered on our account. I do not want to leave that debt unpaid if it might be possible. Furthermore, you may have learned something else of Kolotek, the cunning, that will be of use to us. I do not know where Gengar went when he departed Forek Zahar, but perhaps he said something to one of the guards of the gate there, and they might point you in his direction. Holy crap, that was a lot of reading. Okay, so basically... yeah, we got a whole bunch of quests. So, okay. So you can do this one, or this one, this one, or this one, I guess what it's saying. Carborough has written down some notes about potential crew members for the Wave Hunter. Consult the book on the table in the library so-and-so and let it guide you as you assemble your crew. Elisar has charged you to carry out a dangerous rescue mission to the city of Corsairs, and for that you will need a willing crew. So do I only get to choose one of these or something? I do want to go check on J-Jax. And where did it say J-Jax was? Last seen in Dol Amroth. You should speak with Prince Imrahil in the Palace of the Swan in King's Gondor West. Palace of the Swan. Let's see if we can figure out where that's at. Alright, so there's one to... Okay, so they've put marks on the maps where everything is. Let's go over to King's Gondor, Dol Amroth. I believe that is where it's going to be. Let's see if we can... First off, do we have this up here at Dol Amroth, any of these? Pelargir, Moreland, Mirham, Ost Arendir. Nope. No. Now let's see where the stable master will get us to. Oh, hold on. Where does this take me? No. Dol Amroth. Ta-da! I have a recall to Dol Amroth. That was a faction thing that I bought. You got 3 of them in this expansion you can buy with reputation. At least in this area. There may be more over in Umbar. I would suspect there are. Let's see. Now that we're here... Let me check something real quick here. Okay, let's go on here. It's just reading a message from somebody. Let's see if we can find who we're looking for. Oh, it's the prince, that's right. He may know where J-Jax could be found.
I did not expect you to return to Dol Amroth so quickly. And where is the king?
You tell Prince Imrahil about Nakasi's Wave Reaper's raid upon the Green Hills and her seizure of young Thorongil. When you speak of King Elisar's suggestion that you assemble a crew to rescue the heir of Peneth Gelin, the prince grasps the hilt of his sword. I can leave at once. You have but to say the word, and I will voyage with you to Umbar Barabel, the city of cells. The kindred of the coins will not stand long against us, for they will know my face and my reputation. But you are not here to recruit me for your mission, are you? I can tell from your expression that the king wishes this to be a more secret quest. Yes, I see the need for it. I apologize for getting carried away. Who does the king suggest? You say that you are considering the Corsair Jajax for your crew, and the prince is overcome by a coughing fit. What? Tell me you are not serious about this, Lorandon. This Jajax is a Corsair and will betray you at the first opportunity, if he has not already. My scouts report that he has gone in the direction of Abadek's Watch, southeast of Dol Amroth, likely to meet with those of his fellows encamped there. They are a danger to Gondor and always will be. I hope you know what you are doing. If the king believes this is the right course, I will not speak against it. Okay. So we're off to find Jajax. Where does it say he's at? Okay, right out here. In fact, let's go ahead and get on our war steed. Let's haul butt. Where we're going, we need no roads.
Well, look who turned up, and just in time.
I learned what happened to Dax, my friend, and I was just about to go inside and rescue him. But now that you are here, I see the blessing of happy chance is upon me. I have always been one of the lucky ones, Lorandon. That is why I have lived so long. Now get in there, kill his captors, and keep my brother alive. We'll talk once you have done that, and not before. Okay, looks like we're going to go kick some butt, take some names, chew some bubblegum. And I'm fresh out of bubblegum. Anybody over here? Nobody over here. Shing shing, hell to the king, baby. It's good to be the champion. Come with me. We're gonna go kill this sniper. Here we are. Hey, there's Daxmat.
Are you here to rescue me? Please say that is what brings you here.
For otherwise, I fear I might die bound to this post, and that would make my brother very displeased. I am sure of it. You tell Daxmat that Jajax waits for him outside Abadek's watch, and untie him. Thank you for this. I will not forget it. Let us go.
I told you I was lucky. All I had to do is wait, and you rescued my brother for me, huh?
How very fortunate. The stars truly smile upon Jajax. They always have, and they always will. Now what brought you in search of me? You tell Jajax that you are assembling a crew to sail to Umbar to rescue the kidnapped heir of Peneth Gellin from the kindred of the coins, and you want him to join you. When you have finished, Jajax laughs, but his laughter is free of mirth. Why would I do this? What could you possibly offer to me that would make it worth my while to return to Umbar while it is under the control of the kindred? I told you what happened when Dax and I returned there. No. My answer is no. You will sail to Umbar without us.
Wait.
Daxmat stares off into the distance, and as if gathering his courage. I will join Lorandon. If you will have me. I fear the kindred of the coins, but I fear the heirs of Costanir more, and they still have supporters throughout these lands. The corsairs here in Abadek's watch belong to that number. They imprisoned me as a traitor to the heirs, and would do so again if given the chance. My brother says he is the lucky one, but I think in recent days I have had the best fortune in our family, for your path brought you here to rescue me. I cannot be certain you will be near the next time unless I go with you on your ship. Count me among your crew, Lorandon.
So, that is the way of it, Dax.
Jajax scowls at you. My brother has always been one who follows Lorandon. First he served Balakor the Scourge as a deckhand on the Night Jewel, and then he served Asgarzor, his brother, until we slew him, and only then. Always Dax needs someone to tell him what to do. Well, I am different. The Corsair's scowl deepens. Jajax is a captain, not a crew member. He gives the commands. He is the one who leads. Jajax shakes his head at his brother and gives you a curt wave with one hand. This is where we part ways, Lorandon. I will find a crew and a ship of my own. May my brother serve you better than he served the heirs of Castamir. Without me to keep him in line, I believe your ship will be doomed. A pity, that. A pity. Farewell. Well, look at that. Jajax is not coming with us. Huh. Alright, well, he joined the crew. Where else do we need to go? Up here. Find Sigilith, I'd be willing to bet. Alright, but what time is it? 8:20. We've been going for an hour and a half. We'll go for a little bit longer. Just a little bit. Alright, so that is Morlad. I think I have Morlad on here. Morlad. Ta-da! Where is the person we seek? No, we're not getting on that mount in this spot. These streets are small, they are narrow, and have hairpin corners. We're not going to do that on a war steed. An ordinary mount, yes. War steed, no.
I am pleased to see you again. But what brings you here now?
King Elisor sent word that he will come in person to the Blackroot Vale after all, and I believe I have you to thank for that. It is important for the folk of Morlad and the wider Vale to see their king. But what brings you here now? You asked Duin here if an elf warrior named Sigilith has come to Morlad, and he says that he has not seen anyone by that name or description come from the south. You shake your head and tell the Lord of the Blackroot Vale that Sigilith would likely come from the north. He marvels at you in surprise. From the north? Does that mean you expect this elf warrior to come through the paths of the dead? I have not seen her, at any rate. If you go to the Dark Door, perhaps you will intercept her on her way, but I find this hard to believe. Then that, my friend, is where we will go. Alright everybody, I am back. Yep, here we are.
What brings you once again to the Blackroot Vale?
You tell Rovalan that you are waiting for a friend to arrive and you plan to ask her to join your crew on a secret mission to Umbar. The Swan Knight nods and looks as if he has some questions to ask. Then he smiles. I will not press you any further on this, my friend, for a secret mission should remain secret, no matter how intriguing it may be for me to hear more of it. While you wait for your friend to arrive, perhaps you will help me with my own task. I have been ordered to make safe the Blackroot Vale, and I could use your help with that, as before and as always. Alright, so he wants me to defeat something? Out here, what am I going to defeat? Foes. Any foes, apparently. Alright, then we will do that. Let's go see what we can find to kill out here. That's not the right way. We're going to get back on our mount. Alright, we should start finding foes down here somewhere. That's one. lag city there. Holy crap. That was some major hitching going on right there. One more. There we are. Let's go turn that in.
Thank you, my friend. It is always a pleasure to work alongside you.
But wait, someone comes. Oh, there she is.
I did not expect to see you on the road. I would have found you, as we will find my brother.
You ask Sigilith if she truly passed through the paths of the dead on her way to the Blackroot Vale, and she looks at you quizzically. I am no stranger to places of evil, my friend. My stay beneath the dungeons of Dol Guldur has seen to that. I was untroubled by the paths of the dead. Any of the spirits that still dwell beneath the mountain chose not to hinder my passage. A wise choice. Now, tell me what you have learned of Corridon's whereabouts. Time is wasting. You tell Sigilith briefly of what you know of her brother's captivity by Nakasi, Wave Reaper, and the Kindred of the Coins, and of your plan to rescue him. Your ship is docked at a lake to the west. I will meet you there and sail with you to Umbar. My brother will be freed from captivity and death, just as I was when you thought me dead on the stairs of Dol Guldur. Let us not delay.
Ah, this sounds like quite the adventure.
Would go with you, but I am commanded by my prince to make safe the Vale, and I have never desired to do other than that. Good fortune go with you on your voyage, my friend. I hope you accomplish all that you set out to do. Alright, there's another one taken care of. Let's see. King's Condor. Believe we have one over here at the Peligare. Where is that? That's not the Minas Tirith. Hold on. Let me go out one. Oh, for crap sake. Peligare. No. This is pre, isn't it? Yeah, this is the wrong way. King's Gondor, there's where we're trying to get to. Peligare. Should be one here somewhere. I think it's over here. Knight of Green Halls. Crew the Boon campaign. Complete the crew the Sea Longing Lord. Recruit any other members of the crew you wish. We're going to try to go over there. Let's see what we got available. That won't work. What about this one? Peligare. There we are. What's up, buddy? It's been forever. Nah. I figured you just decided you were never coming back. What did I do to you this week? Oh, good God. Oh, Lordy. So, you're having a great day, are you? Oh, it's been one of those weeks here, trust me. Wow. I'm taking it this wasn't a massive power outage, but something much worse. Alright. Oh, my two favorites. He's busy. Right. Well, you can turn your gold into, what is it, those tokens or things or whatever. I'm sitting here working on Corsairs of Umbar, trying to find this guy that I need to talk to. And I have no idea where he's at. I'm just guessing right now. I mean. Sergon's Manor. Yeah. There we are. I bet you he's in here. You know, do what you want to do, man. Don't let anybody push you into anything.
So what brings you back to my manor with such haste?
You return from your tour of Gondor with the king, and so quickly. What brings you back to my manor with such haste, Lorendin? You tell Sergon of what befell young Thorongil of Penethgelen, and of the mission to bring him safely back from Umbar. His eyes light up, and he eagerly grasps your hand. I will be delighted to join your crew, my friend. I confess to you that thoughts of the sea have occupied my dreams, and even my waking thoughts have dwelt upon it. Ever since I spoke with King Elisor and stepped down as the Lord of Lebanon, I have desired to sail once again. My son, Faltharan, will take up the charge of rebuilding the vessels of the Gondorian navy. He is already well acquainted with what must be done. I have a further confession. I have already packed my trunk, hoping beyond hope that a ship would have need of an old sailor for its crew. By the valor, it has come to pass. Will you bring the trunk in here for me? It is in the southern dining room of my manor. Sorry, I was reading a novel on this quest. What were you saying? Oh yeah. Oh, did you know that we got our kinship house? Yep, they did it like one a day or one area a day or something like that. Yeah, Tito abandoned me as well. No. You gotta go along with me here, Farby. That's pretty good, actually. He just took a hammer to it, that's all. You know, I forgot I was in the kinship house and I went by the thing that spews the green stuff, so my eyes have been crazy all this time.
Tell me about the ship we will be
Thank you,
sailing to
Lorendin.
Umbar.
Tell me about the ship we will
It
be
has
sailing
been
on.
too long.
You tell Sargon what you know about the Wave Hunter, little as it is, and he nods eagerly. Gulliskill of Amphilis was a mariner of great skill and ability. I knew him well, and we sailed together more than once. I believe he was, as I am, a man of the sea, but one whose duties called him away from the waves to his great regret. Remember him fondly. It is right that his prized vessel will bear us to Umbar on the king's mission. My wife and son will want to speak to you. They think I am too old to be of use, but I tell you they are wrong. Holy crap. It's hard to read when you got people yelling in your ears. Okay, so I got to talk to Felathorn and Celebros. Sorry, I was reading yet another novel. And I'm streaming, so I have to read it for it. So y'all are muted. You can do that all you want. No, the kinship house is in Lindleby. And that thing is freaking massive. It's absolutely massive.
I understand you will sail with my father to Umbar on a mission of some secrecy.
No, it's in Lindleby. We did another poll, and everybody voted on all the different places since it was taking so long to open up the housing. And Lindleby won by a long shot, or by a big amount. It was the newest one that they opened up. It's a offshoot of Hobbits that are way over near Gundabad. It's really cool looking. When you get into the game next time, you can use the kinship, call to kinship house, and you'll see it. It's insanely large and pretty. Yeah, I told everybody in the kinship, I was like, because it looked like Lindleby was going to win. I told them, said, if Lindleby wins, I'll make sure to cover the cost for it, because it's a premium area. And the day before it did that, I checked, and I had 10 premium writs left over from the transfers, because it gave it back from my personal house I had in Belladris, or whatever it's called. And I checked, and it takes 38 premium house writs for this kinship house. So I was like, okay, I'll go buy those. Oh, you gotta buy those with Lotro points. Okay, I'll go buy the Lotro points. And I was like, I'll buy $40 worth. That'll be fine. I'll have some left over. And I went and bought the writs I could buy. Well, that got me 10 more. So I was at 20. I'm like, holy shit, how much do I have to buy here? So I did I think I did the $60 or $70 one and bought the rest of them I needed, and I had about 2,000 Lotro points left over after all of that. And then I was like, man, I have no freaking I have no space stalks. I had 2 large housing carryalls as it was, and everything else was sitting in the escrow broker. So I was like, all right, well, I got 2,000. I'll go ahead and buy another large housing carryall. Well, that took the rest of that money. So then after that, I was like, well, let me see what the smallest one here in Lindleby cost in mithril coins. Maybe I'll buy one of those. So I'll buy one of those for like 240 mithril or something. Absolutely massive as a small house. I mean, it's huge with a huge yard and everything. So yeah, I'm out of Lotro points and almost out of mithril coins right now. It's Flanders. I'm living the dream, man. All right, let's get back.
I understand you will sail with my father to Umbar on a mission of some secrecy.
No, I do not ask for any of the details. I think I've expected him to depart ever since I agreed to take over his duties as Lord of Lebanon. At least this seems to be on the king's behalf. My mother told me privately that she feared my father might sneak aboard a merchant ship and vanish in the night just to set sail again. I do not think he would go so far, but it is better this way, I think. Do what you can to keep him safe, my friend. He is not the man he was in his youth, when he freely sailed the Bay of Belfalas at the steward's command and challenged corsair ships among the waves. Hold it, did I hear that correctly? Are y'all doing the Leroy Jenkins? Okay, because you were talking about dragon eggs and stuff. Ah. See, I remember doing the Leroy Jenkins a long time ago.
He's a sailor, my Sirgon, and he has always been a sailor.
My husband believes he is still the same man he was when he commanded the fleets of Gondor, but it is not so. Time marches onward, and while his mind is as sharp as ever it was, my Sirgon has lived long since those days. You ask Celebris if she wishes for you to withdraw your request, and she shakes her head. I do not ask this of you, for I know he can be of great help to you and to King Elisar. I do not say he should remain behind, for I believe it would do him an injury, Lorandon. Aye, being left behind while others sail again on such an urgent mission would deal him a grave hurt, perhaps his last. He is a sailor, my Sirgon, and he has always been a sailor. He must go with you, but do keep a watchful eye on him, Lorandon. I do worry, even as I know he cannot stay. Alright, let's go back and talk to Sirgon.
It will be just like the old days, when I sailed the waves and risked life and limb against the harsh elements.
Oh, you never feel so alive as when you stand on the deck of a ship. Any mariner will tell you so. I will meet you beside the Wave Hunter when you are ready to depart. Look forward to meeting the rest of your crew, my friend. Together we will rescue young Thorngil, and no corsair shall prevent us, and live. I think I won't be buying one. Yeah, Nintendo is out of their mind with that amount. Yeah, $450 for the new Switch too. And every accessory is overpriced that you need to buy for it as well. And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, they decided that the digital versions of the games will now cost $80 a piece. They shouldn't have even been $40 or $50 for the digital ones in the first place back in the day. It's just a digital copy. I was like, no, I'm out. I'll check back in 2026 to see if they have got their senses back. But until then, I've got a crap load of backlogged games over here for my Switch, for my 3DS, and for my PC, as well as my PS5 and my Xbox. I don't need another console machine that's going to charge me $80+ a game. Wow. Where's the next person that we have to go see? I don't remember. In the back over here. Oh, Gimli will be down here. Lon Kiron. Yeah, I know. So, yeah, funny thing about that new coffer they just came out with that they announced today. Was it today or was it yesterday? Yesterday, I think it was. Yeah. So that, like all their coffers these days, comes with a crap load of mithril coins, right? Well, what was I needing just the day before? Either mithril coins or housing writs. So I spent a bunch of real money, real life money, to buy Lotro points to buy the writs, when if they'd offered it, I would have bought the coffer, got a bunch of cosmetics, a mount, and all that kind of stuff, and got mithril coins to use instead of the writs. But isn't it interesting that they announced and released the new coffer with the mithril coins that you could buy the day after they had already opened up all of the premium housing places? So they offered it when the non-premium housing areas came open. Yeah, so that way there they knew everybody would be buying Lotro points to get the writs so that they could buy their premium houses, because they were going to sell out quickly whenever the neighborhoods came open, and therefore wouldn't still need to buy it by the time the coffer comes out. So if they want to get the cosmetics, pet, and mount and all that, well, they're going to have to spend money again. I don't know. I was like, you gotta freaking be kidding me.
We will do our best to repair and rebuild what we can.
Oh, I have no idea what that dude was up to. I'd have to go check in the officer areas. I screenshotted it and put it in there. But me and Faye here, I can say his name right, and the new guy, Troll, Trul, we were in there chatting and having a good time. All of a sudden this guy comes into chat, and I've never seen his name before, and I figured, oh, it's just a new member. And this is what he did. Literally, he comes in, we're chatting, we get done talking, he goes, hehehe. Literally. That's all he was doing. Like 3 times, and we're just kind of ignoring him. And he finally gets tired of it, realizes we're not going to take the bait, and he's like, hey guys, what's going on? And we're like, hey, how you doing? And he's like, y'all like to play Lord of the Rings online, right? And I'm like, he's got member role access, so he's supposed to be in the kinship. That would mean that he plays Lord of the Rings online. Why is he asking us if we play Lord of the Rings online? No, it was clearly a troll. It was probably a hacked account or something. So, I was like, I don't recognize you. Yeah, you play Lotro, you're in our kinship, right? Because you're in our Discord and have access, so you should be in the kinship and playing the game. Oh yeah, I played a long time ago with y'all. I never really got into the game. Y'all kept pushing me to play, and keep giving it a chance. And I got up to like level 16 or something. I was like, I just don't remember you. What class did you play? Oh, I don't remember. And I was like, oh, was it the shaman class? And I started throwing out things that's totally not Lotro. No, I don't think so. No, it doesn't sound right. And I go, well, tell me, did you start in Freeport or in Lukeland? Which town did you start in? No, those don't sound right. Of course, those aren't any place in freaking Lotro. And he kept on saying really stupid crap. And I told him, said, look, dude, I realize you're a troll. So before I ban you, is there anything you want to say? He goes, oh, I'm going to cry. And I went, ban. And it was funny because right after I banned him, Troll goes, he started busting out laughing. He's like, I was having so much trouble not laughing when you were trying to trick him into saying he was doing something that's not in this game. No, y'all did not get in trouble. Y'all... Oh, I've been there before. No. No. See, I'm the king. I get to do that whenever I want. Right. And in correction, what you're saying, y'all weren't in trouble. Y'all just took it as you were in trouble and didn't wait for me to calm down and explain what was going on. Oh, BS. This guy was straight up trolling. He doesn't even play Lotro. Probably doesn't even know what the hell Lotro is. I know. Oh, BS, you would have gave him so much shit before you kicked him out.
I know why you are here, my friend. And of course I will agree to
Jeez.
sail with you into danger.
Oh, God help me. No, he's literally on the banned list. You can't get rid of him unless I was to do it. At any rate, is that why you haven't been over here playing or logging in or anything? Because you're butt hurt? I'm talking to Fervy. Got paid. Oh, see, I saw him log in. Oh, God. Alright, let me read another novel to the stream. Not that anybody's watching. It's got one person on there. I'm so about done with streaming. You can say whatever you want. Yeah, he already said that. See, the funny thing is that Fervy would never know that he's not actually going to cross on it because he has never, ever logged into any of my streams. Oh, man, you're so hurtful. Let me see, what was it the troll said? I'm going to cry. Right? He's doing what? Oh, is he getting a beer order? Well, it's time for another one. Oh, that's even better. Let me see something here. Nope. Alright. I'm proud of you. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. I know why you are here, my friend. Sorry, this is Gimli. I know why you are here, my friend, and of course, will agree to sail with you into danger. Hope you did not expect me to refuse, but I have set foot upon one too many boats for my liking in these parts past few months, Lorendon. I simply do not like them. Show me a dwarf who does, and I will be very surprised. The folk hereabout say that the bay is generally calm, but I know that even the calmest waters can shake a boat to its very foundation. Do I say foundation? A boat has no such thing, and tosses and turns with the merest whim of the waves. Seasickness is a concern, friend. Legolas inquired on my behalf, seeking a remedy for it, and learned that an herbalist in Melgabas may prepare a suitable concoction. Will you go there and see if it is ready, and you may also ask if the elf if he desires to join your crew as well. I assume he will, but you should ask him yourself. So where do we gotta go? Melgabo Berberas? Melgab something or another? Do I have that one? Hold on. I may have that one. Let's see what we got here. Nope. 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 Would you believe? Nope. And another nope. And another nope. So where the hell is Megalobosh? Megalobosh. Is it up this way? Don't see it up there. Let's go back down to Outer Gondor. Oh, that place down there. Megalobus. Okay, let's go find a mount. Hold it. I wonder, can she send me to Megalobus? Let's go find out. What time is it? Okay. Still got time.
There is always work to be done.
Huh. I didn't know that she could send you to those places. That's interesting. But where she cannot send me is Megalobus. Megalobus. So we will go there up here to the stable master and get there from there. As soon as we find the elevator. Here it is. Welcome back. I know everybody must think I'm crazy because I talk to myself, but I swear it's not voices in my head, it's voices in the ear from Discord. Y'all just can't hear them. And trust me, it's a good thing that you cannot hear them. Alright, let's see what we got here.
Have you come to help? Good.
Take a swift stable ride over to Megalobus. I'm thinking about getting off here shortly and going to Dairy Queen to get a dipped ice cream cone. No, I don't get the dipped one at work. Okay, where is Legolas at? We have a soft serve ice cream cone machine. That's going to be a long trip from the Philippines to come over here and get an ice cream cone. No, I can't. And you know why I can't. They don't accept credit cards from other countries.
A seasickness remedy?
No, you told me in the past they do not.
You are the second person to ask for such a concoction today.
Oh. A seasickness remedy? You are the second person to ask for such a concoction today. The first was an elf, and I will tell you what I told him. The effectiveness of such an elixir varies depending upon the person who takes it. And what works for one may not work for another. I do not give back the purchase price in the event you are dissatisfied. I sent the elf to collect some Langstron flowers and beast parts from the creatures hereabout. While he has not yet returned, if you perform the same task as he, the work may be finished more quickly. I make use of parts from crawlers, aurochs, and crabs in the various unguents and potions I create, and will appreciate any you bring back to me. Okay, so we gotta go kill things outside of town here. Let's go ahead and mount up. Boom, 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 boom. Where is the, oh, that's over here. Boom, 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 boom. Did you kick him out and ban him? Oh, you're reading what I said. Okay, yeah. I feel bad for Averith. I mean, I swear to God, he's the only one doing anything. Because I'm working and stuff all the time, and Shiro is studying for his college exams. And Frorby is busy doing whatever Frorby does. Oh, and I almost forgot. What's his name? Leo something. He's training for a triathlon. So literally, like, the only person who has time to do anything in the officership or stuff is Avi. Oh, let me take a look. That's the... Oh, hold on. I was looking in the wrong spot. Oh, it looks good. You definitely need hot chili oil to put on there. I like how I'm saying that Averith was like, you know, the only one doing stuff, and you hear Tito get all defensive. I'm trying to get on there, he just does it faster than me. Oh, man. I can't. I'm at work, so I can't do it. Yeah, he's always on, I think. And, you know, thank God. He's doing a bunch of music stuff. He's got a band and everything in the game. He's really gotten into it. I've been meaning to go to one of his concerts. What else am I supposed to get here? It is really a very interesting feature of the game, is that, you know, you can do that stuff with the music. Really? Have you seen how, I mean, you're on right now, have you seen how large the membership has gotten? We have a ton that have joined here recently. And that list of people that's online right now is not all of them. The ones that start with AEs, I think, are him, yes. No, that's why I mentioned it's not just what you see online right now. They're not all on at the exact same time, but a ton has joined recently. Since we got on Peregrine, we've been picking up tons of people. No. There's tons of people there for Forby to kick out. But no. No, I think we've actually been gaining a really good reputation on the server, and people are just coming out of the woodworks wanting to join. You see it on the Discord all the time. And of course, you know, with popularity comes, you know, the trolls, which is why we end up getting the guy coming in here and doing stupid crap. Yeah, I don't. Honest to God, if it's 100% obvious that's a troll, I ain't taking the time, and neither should you. You really shouldn't. Right. Don't make me fly to the Philippines to smack you.
Thank you for bringing me these. They will all be used in something.
Actually, no. I'm gonna say there are obviously two different ways to go, but going through Florida would be basically going through Dubai and stuff like that. It's a lot shorter to actually go to like Seattle and then straight west out there. Now, that being said, going the Dubai direction puts you on some really swanky airplanes, and if you got the money for it, that is the way to fly. Yeah, probably. Yeah. Let's see here. Thank you for bringing me these. They will not all be used in the same mixture, but I assure you they will all be used in something. Your friend returned shortly before you did, and I have given him the seasickness remedy. I promised I give... Oh, sorry, a remedy I promised. I give to you the same warning I gave him. It may not have the desired effect upon the dwarf for whom it is intended. It truly does vary based on the individual, and if it does not work as you expect, it is not a failing of the potion, or of she who brewed it, but I hope it does help him. Seasickness is not a pleasant thing for anyone. Oh, there's Legolas right there. You remember, I can't remember the name of the movie, but there was this movie, it was a comedy, remember, where they were trying to get somewhere, and the person took this flight because it was the only one that would go to Vegas, and what it was is they got on the flight and they're like, "We're the Flying Elvises, Utah Division." And they were parachuters, you know, all dressed as Elvises. That's Frorvy going to the Philippines. Here's your parachute. Oh my God, that was good times. All right, let's talk to Legolas.
I hope possession of this remedy will ease the turmoil of Gimli's stomach.
When the Wave Hunter sets out, he may not even need to ingest it if he knows it is near at hand and might be taken if necessary. I will not tell him of the chance that it will do nothing unless he asks directly. I will not lie to my friend, but this information can do no good in advance and may instead do harm. There was no need for you to come all this way to speak with me, Lorandon. I, of course, will join you on your mission. The sea longing has me and will not abate, but I understand the Wave Hunter will remain in the bay and not pass out into the great sea. There are still things for me to see and to do before I begin that last voyage, and I count high in that number, aiding you in the rescue of young Thorengil from the clutches of the kindred of the coins. I will be pleased to join your crew, my friend. Both I and Gimli will meet you by the Wave Hunter when you are ready to depart. Alright, we got another one. We need to go to get the Knights of the Green Hill. Do we know where she is at? It's going to be over in the Green Hill area, obviously. Somewhere over here. Maybe EFL. EFL. I remember they called it that. Let's see if I have EFL on here. I don't know. I don't think I do. No. What about this one? No, about Dol Amroth. And that's going to be Pelagir. Let's go back to there. Did that not work? Oh, it's just insanely lagged. No, it's not lagged. That's 9 minutes yet to go there. Let's go to that one. Not much. No, I've seen him on Discord typing and stuff. You know, he's really busy trying to get ready for those tests. Should it have been? That's not a good sign. Now I need to get a hold of him and see how he's doing. Because now you got me worried.
Days of peace have come at last to Gondor.
I really thought it was just coming up. I could be totally wrong. Alrighty. Alright, see you, buddy. Am I at the right spot? Am I going to have to go back and ask them where this person is? Later. I think I went to the wrong spot. Yeah, because I can't get into there. This has got to be the wrong spot. Where is it? I mean, Os Otterdenier. I think that was it. Yeah, let's go up there. Where was the... Oh, here we are.
There is always work to be done.
Oh, Erlendale is planning to do a roving threat raid tomorrow, by the way, if you're on. I gotta go over to a friend's anniversary party, so I'll probably miss it. But she's gonna run people around doing roving threats.
Queen Arwen's brothers. Aye, they spoke of tracking down corsairs after the raid upon Tomb Roast.
Queen Arwen's brothers, aye, they spoke of tracking down corsairs who might have hidden after the raid upon Tomrost. I do not know exactly where they might have gone since, but you should begin your search for them somewhere near Iffa. I was just at Iffa. Literally. It's on the path to Iffa. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to get on our fast mount, and we're just going to go find it. We can go down that way. Basically, right now in the story, what I'm doing is going around putting my crew together for the ship that I'm going to take to Umbar. Hey, who is doing roving threats? I assume in Gondor. I don't know if she's doing in Gondor. It's Arlindale is going to be running that. in our Discord, check the rating section. That's where she mentioned it. Sometime tomorrow, she's planning on running that. And I was going the wrong way. Oh my. There should be areas like Misty Mountains, Angmar and stuff like that, I believe is where she's going. But I don't know fully because I'm not leading that raid. Unfortunately, I will most likely miss it because I gotta go to someone's, I believe, 50th anniversary or something like that. Some friends of ours. Where is this person? Oh, right there in front of me. It's Alra here.
I came here in search of Corsairs, but I think they ran afoul of another foe.
Be ready for anything. I am ready, friend. I thought so. They are goblins. Killing goblins. Right. Very good, my friend. Will you stop moving around so I can read your text? That was well fought. And he's gone. Eladin somewhere in Tumrost. Where was? Oh, way over there. Because I barely have time to do anything these days, and so if I have to split that amongst games, it's literally going to be Lord of the Rings Online and EverQuest for my brother. No. I love Lord of the Rings Online. This is, to me, just to me, the best MMORPG I have ever played. Ever. I like the content. I like all of the collections and all of the things I can do. Yeah, I love that too. Giving them premium reds. Not. I like the aesthetic of the mobs I kill here. When I play other MMOs like World of Warcraft and just most of them out there, the goofiness of the mobs I'm killing just makes me not take it seriously in the least bit. That's my biggest complaint with WoW, honestly. We're getting a little bit of lag. I think it's the computer hitching, honestly. But I did enjoy WoW for a while in the past. I did. Just doesn't do it for me anymore. Oh, I'm gonna die on this one. Holy crap, I actually lived. That jump was scary. Right. I'm racist against what Warcraft orcs. Oh, good lord. Right. Oh, man. Oh, let me tell you, EverQuest. The new expansion that came out. We're doing the first dungeons in it right now, and I'm starting to understand very quickly one of the reasons why people quit EverQuest en masse back when this expansion came out back in the day.
I tracked a party of Corsairs to this hillside, and I think they are readying their response.
Let us face them and ensure the safety of EFL. Yeah, it's so boring. And it just, I don't know. It's boring and tedious. I can't come up with the right words. It's just like, I can't stand it. The next expansion after this I kind of like, so I'm looking forward to it. But right now we're in Gates of Discord, and I just don't really like this expansion so far. Alright, so he's left, and we need to go back to Ost-Ondir. Why are you so bad? I did have that one, didn't I? I thought I did. Right? I love how he shows right back up right afterwards. What? I'm not talking about people playing Warcraft. What's wrong with you? Oh my god. Whoops. I ran right by him.
My brother and I remained behind, for we believed the folk of the Green Hills might still be endangered.
Grief can render incapable even the stoutest of hearts. That is true even of the elves. I will be pleased to join your crew, Lorandon. I have little love for ships, but for adventure I have a great fondness. Speak to my brother and see if he is of the same mind.
I went in search of Corsairs and found goblins instead.
Will it be the same on our voyage to Umbar? Who knows what unexpected adventures will await us there? I have never been to that land, and I am filled with excitement at the prospect of seeing it for myself. I will be pleased to join the crew of the Wave Hunter, my friend. We will be there when the time comes to depart. So what you're saying is now you're going to go into a food coma because you just ate a bunch of Chinese food. Sounds like a good way to go. Oh, where do I need to go now? Complete the crew, knight something, or recruit any other members of the crew you wish. I don't know who the other members. Knight of the Green Hills. What is that one? I thought that would have been up there in Amphilis, but apparently not. Alright, I'm going to have to look this one up because I don't know where this is. The crew, Knight of the Green Hills. Let me grab that real quick. Lotro Wiki. The crew of the Wave Hunter. There we are. That should probably do it. No, that's 5.1. Oh, we are in 5.1. Sorry. Knight of the Green Hills. That goes to Nariel. And where is she at? Well, it's Ondir. I've been to Ondir. I'm in Ondir right now. Right there. I don't know. Maybe, okay, maybe up here. You're crazy. Oh my god. I'm tired. Right. Well, y'all stopped coming around, so I had to do it on my own. Yes, but you know why I said that. You know. Oh my god. No. Well, you would think so. Hold on, let's check something. 18 days. Cheryl has not been on game in 18 days. I need to send him a message, make sure he's okay. I've seen him chat in Discord, I think just today.
Every day that passes brings my son
You think
further
he
into danger.
pulled a Fervy and burned out on the game? Every day that passes brings my son further into danger, Lorandon. There must be no more delay. I will join the crew of the War Hunters so I may ask the Kindred of the Coins to return Thorongil, but I will ask only once. If they refuse, I will bloody my sword and dent my shield on their carcasses. They have remained unused for too long anyway. My husband, Carandolian... Hold on, I gotta read another novel. My husband, Carandolian, always speaks of the need for patience and for thinking things through, but see where that has gotten us. Our son's stolen away by enemies of Gondor, where they have made an enemy of Nariel, and she does not forgive as readily as Gondor. Recruit the crew you think we will need for the voyage, Lorandon, but remember the need I have for haste. Anyway, will you retrieve my sword and shield from the armory on the lower level? I have had the sword sharpened and the shield reinforced since the Corsairs raided Tumrost, and they should now be ready for me. Okay. What's going on? Oh, did I miss something? I think I'm finally getting close to actually getting on this freaking ship and heading to Umbar. It's taken forever. No, you really don't. You really, really don't. If I was to give you 1,000 gold, you would be done playing the game. You'd have no reason to play at all anymore. So why would I want to hasten your leaving the game? Right. Where's this at? Oh. Oh, okay. We made it down here. Who do I know? Oh, we're over here. Oh. Let me check over here first to make sure. I have no... Oh, here it is. Okay. Nariel's sword. On my character, I have 1260. No! No, 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 and no. No. Because you're richer than I am. Yeah. Right. That always goes very well. Let's see. You should have been doing the Spring Fest or whatever. Apparently, Avi or Faye, I can't remember which one it was making a crapload off of selling pets. Well, how are you supposed to finish if you don't? Where am I supposed to go here? I don't understand. Dr. Carr... Lower level of... Well, crap. I guess I wasn't supposed to come up here. Say what now? See, but there's where you're wrong. You will not have finished the game because you've still got a million quests and deeds to do. He must be down at the very bottom. The very, very bottom. Where is that at? I don't have permission to go in there. Oh my god, this is annoying as hell. Why haven't I... Oh crap, nay. Let's go over this way. Pick a... You know what you should do? Is, pick a different freaking class. Play another character so you can get back into the game. Here's what I was looking for. I am no fighter, Lorendon, but that does not mean I do not want my son safely returned to his home. My wife has always been the firebrand, and she has temper enough for the both of us. But she matches it, nay, she exceeds it, with her martial skill. There are none more deadly in all the Green Hills with the blade than she. I am unlike my brother, you know. Dulinhir rode to Minas Tirith with trumpets and banners, and when he came back he did so without his sons, for they were of fighting age. 1 second. My Thorengil was not, but he has been taken away all the same, and now I must rely upon my dangerous wife to retrieve him. Do I risk losing them both? These are the thoughts that keep me awake at night, Lorendon. I will remain here to oversee Penithgelen while Noriel is away, but my thoughts will sail alongside her as she rides the waves of Umbar. I will give her a favor to carry into battle so she knows her husband's heart goes with her. Now do I go back up there? Her sword and shield. Okay. Finally I can go back up there and turn this into her. Alright, I'm back. I hope that's all. I'm hoping that he didn't get bad results. I know. But if it didn't go well, it could be, you know, he could be very upset about it.
Thank you for bringing me my equipment, and for speaking with my husband.
I will carry his favor into battle on behalf of our son, Thorengil, should battle prove necessary. My husband would be the first to tell you he is no fighter, but I love him all the more for it. I do our fighting for us, and without regret. Carindolian, I will see that Penithgelen does not suffer in my absence, and when I return, I will return with our son, and only his father will celebrate more loudly and happily than I. I will await your command and the rest of your crew at the Wave Hunter. Alright, is that it now? Talk to Kaibar in the library. Okay. When you are satisfied. I'm satisfied. I think I've recruited everybody. I don't know who else I'm supposed to recruit. I'm ready to get on this flippin' ship and sail off towards Umbar. I'm ready to do this thing. Where is the library? I forget. Is the library here? No, it's in Lonstiron. We're not in Lonstiron. Kiron, Chiron, Deron, Bingon. Alright, we can go there now. Alright. Oops, that's not where I wanted to be. Well, I've been streaming for 2 hours and 53 minutes now. Pretty much. No, then I wouldn't have any. Unless they're going to pull a fast one on me and send me to 50 more side quests, I think I'm finally going to get on the ship. Is there any way else? Let me see. Leaf shade? No. 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 We're going. I got the crew I want. Alright, let's go.
Have you assembled a crew for the Wave Hunter?
You tell Kaibar about the crew you have recruited for the mission to Umbar, and he nods. They sound quite capable, Lorandon. I think you have done very well, and I am glad to have been of service. I suppose it is nearly time for us to depart. It is time for us to
The
depart.
rest of your crew must have arrived at the Wave Hunter by now.
And they surely wait for you to join them. Yes, I am coming too. I hope that the brave men and women we have recruited will have courage enough to spare some for me, for the specter of this voyage fills me with trepidation. I will be fine, Lorraine. I have to be. Lead on. Okay, so we gotta go back over to Peneth Gelen. Where is that at? Ah, Peneth Gelen. Oh, back at Ost Arndor. Ost Arndor. Oh, hey, what's up, Noelia? How are you doing tonight? Yeah, Arlingdale will be running that. Huh? No. No. Have you met Noelia? Man, you've been gone too long. Noelia is from South America, isn't that right? Mm-hmm. He plays a badass burglar. Actually, Terranor's got a new one he started over here. Only late at night.
The sailors were up before dawn, but that was still not enough.
The sailors were up before dawn, making the ship ready to sail, but it seems that was still not enough. When will be the last of these unending delays? My son is still in the hands of the kindred of the coins and must be rescued with all speed. My husband will see to the safety of Peneth Gelen while I am away, but as you are the one King Elisor has chosen for this mission, you will be responsible for the lives of all those aboard the Wave Hunter, Lorandon. I care not for my own life, I care only for that of my son, Thorengil. Bring me to his captors, and I will do what is necessary.
It seems we are once again to be the hidden guard.
Whoops. She said, I'm looking for it right now. crap. Where is it? She posted it up here. There it is. 4 p.m. EDT. I believe that's Eastern Daylight Time. So 3 p.m. Central tomorrow. You know what? I haven't heard from her in forever. I forgot all about that. It seems we are once again to be the hidden guard, Lorendon, journeying in secret to rescue a captive. Nay, for this time the captives number 2, and one of them is my own brother. Let it be a consolation to us that the place we must go can shelter no evil as great as that which lurked within the walls of Dol Guldur. I do wish I had my knives for this mission. Lenchagil and Egnesagil would make short work of the kindred of the coins. Although I understand Elisar is hopeful we can return Thorengil and Corridon without bloodshed, I think that is unlikely. I have been training with this blade just in case. I have not yet given it a name. I don't think Furby knows what time of day it ever is.
I rose with the dawn and helped the sailors prepare the Wave Hunter for its voyage.
Thank you once again, and a million times more, for allowing me to sail with you, my friend. I feel alive again, and the feel of the deck beneath my feet has given back to me the vigor of my youth. To sea at last.
Are you ready to give the order? None but you can give it.
Is it time to leave your familiar shores behind? It is time.
Very well, my friend. Ready the sails!
Alright, man. I'm literally about to do the instance where we sail off. Alright, man. I'll see you then. Oh, yeah, I'm streaming right now. I'm doing Corsairs of Umbar. Alright. Very well, my friend. Ready the sails, and it's time for the Wave Hunter to ride the river down to the sea, and then to make for the city of the Corsairs. Solo quest cannot be completed in the Fellowship. Oh, not a problem at all. If I'm not doing something, I don't mind going and helping.
Begins. Umbar awaits.
Oh, let's see what what's going on here. I know I suggested that you recruit the Corsair J-Jax for the crew, and he refused the offer, but I was under the impression that his brother Daxamat would be a little less, I don't know, a little less wild, perhaps. But he is clambering all over the Wave Hunter as if he has not a care in the world, without the slightest thought that he might fall from any of these perches, each more perilous than the last. Will you beckon for him to come down? He is making me nervous. Where's he at? Is that him there? I think that is him. Let me beckon. Beckon, come here.
There is nothing to fear. This is not my first time aship. Tell the young scribe to come up here.
Oh, I do not feel so well.
Ah, he will get used to the motion in time.
I have not felt this youthful in years, of course. Our course leads down the Lagodoon to the Bay of Belfast, and then we will truly be on our way. Like young Kaibar, not all of the Wave Hunter's crew have before been at sea. I suggest that you speak with the folk you recruited and learn how the river passage treats them. The waters in the bay will be more unruly than this, and if the rocking and Lagadun disturbs them, it may be helpful to know, and guard against further upset. I understand the dwarf Gimli has in his possession a remedy for seasickness, I mean. He may need to share it with Kaibar at least, and perhaps with others. I have never been to Umbar, Lorandon, and neither has my brother, unless he has somehow managed to escape my notice and had some adventure about which he has told me nothing, but I find that unlikely. I wonder if elves live among the sea folk that call Umbar their home. We'll have to put this question to the Corsair Daxamat sometime in the next few days. Could be he has seen elves in the city or along the Cape during his time there, before the kindred came to power. The one who abducted my son, Thorengil, this Nakasi Wave Reaper. You said you know who she is. You tell Nario of the cellar encounter between Nakasi and the heirs of Castamere that resulted in the death of her husband, Demoldo. Nario stares at you with narrowed eyes. She will have no sympathy from me. Bad things happen. If she does not return my son to me unharmed, I will send her to see her husband at once. I may do this anyway. Let her and her masters beware. A knight of the Green Hills does not grant mercy without good reason, and the mother of an endangered child never does. This blade has to earn its name, Lorandon. I cannot give it a name that might prove to be the wrong one. Weapons are like children, or so I have heard it said. The elves of Lorien called my brother Corridon the River Walker, for he was often away from home, exploring the lands up and down the Anduin. Will this adventure now make him the Sea Strider or the Bay Rider? I will have to tell him this when we rescue him. He will laugh to hear it once he is safe. I wonder, I guess I need to go in here. I have not yet needed the seasickness remedy you and Legolas procured for me, Lorandon, but all the same I believe I will stay below decks for now. Do you think I should share it with Kaibar? I will have it ready if he asks me for it, but I do not want to give it all away just in case. We are not yet out in the bay, after all. Legolas says he expects the rocking of the ship to become more pronounced when we leave the river behind us. I have given some thought to our voyage, Lorandon. I believe the city of the Corsairs must remain a bustling port city, despite the defeat of Be'lakor the Scourge and the heirs of Castamere during the War of the Ring. Do you think the arrival of the Wave Hunter can go unnoticed when we draw near the port? I cannot decide if it is more or less suspicious of us to arrive by night. Perhaps some of Golaskil's sailors will give me their opinions. Ah, there's Elra here. The ship is unlike those of my people, Lorandon. No, I do not intend that to be an insult. Even a ship made of rough-hewn timber is still to be prized if it stays afloat and keeps you from a watery grave. I think it is simply the way of the men of Gondor to value the use of a thing higher than the beauty of its form. Is there anybody over here? No? There he is. I am all right now, Lorandon. It was simply the sight of Daxamat clambering out over the railing of the ship that made me feel queasy. I think I will remain below decks for the rest of the voyage, unless you need me above. I cannot imagine you will. The sailors of Anfalis seem very capable. Oh, we're moving on.
In time, even young Kaibar became used to the gentle rocking of the ship as the Wave Hunter sailed out into the bay.
Thank you for keeping me company, Lorendon, but I will not ask you to remain below decks for the whole voyage. Feel free to go above and take in the fresh air. What do we get here? Oh, reduced awareness. Holy crap, I have not seen that since the 64-bit servers came out. That's rather scary to see. Oh man, I did not want to see that message. Some members of your crew are talking and enjoying the breeze of the sea. Interesting. The voyage is well underway, and now our thoughts turn to our arrival at the city of the Corsairs. What will we do if the Kindred of the Coins greets us at the dock, Lorandon? I said we would once again become the hidden guard, but there's very little that will be hidden about our mission if our foes see us arrive from atop the walls or from the watchtowers of Umbar.
Most of us have never been to the city of the Corsairs. We need someone who has been there to teach us what to expect.
That's
I
Daxamat.
expect treachery. I expect villainy. The Kindred of the Coins will pay for taking my son. And for abducting my brother as well.
The city has changed since the Kindred came to power. Perhaps for the better. Perhaps for the worse. But I can try and tell you some things that may help.
Oh boy. I'm not much of a teacher. My brother Jajax is the talker in the family, but I hope to be a help to you. What do you want to know? Oh my god, no more novels. Not tonight. No more novels. Oh my god. That's too much. That's too much. My god, this is literally a book. I'm sorry guys. I'm not reading all this. Okay, let's go down and continue the quest. That's utterly ridiculous. They expect you to sit there and read a book for that part. Thanks for checking in on me, Lorandon. You say the Corsair Daxamat spoke about what we can expect when we reach Umbar. Should have liked to hear that, assuming it was good news. You tell Kaibar what you learned, and he nods. A little good and a little bad, then. It sounds to me as if we have our work cut out for us when we arrive. At least the sailing has been easy. I expected worse. Alright, next scene. I'm trying to get through all these scenes so that I can...
Truth.
So
the
I can
temper
call
of
it.
the sea is changeable.
Oh man, sorry. The storm rages and the seas are wild. We have to take down the sails or the wind will tear our mast to splinters. The sailors and the elves have gone above, but I cannot tell if they are still alive. Probably should go check on them. Oh wow. What's going on up here? Why does everybody look like they're fighting something? It's the storm. The sails have been taken down, but we are not yet safe. There's a presence in the wind, and it seeks to batter our ship beneath the waves.
This is no natural storm!
Oh, I see. That's awesome. Fighting alongside Eladin, Elrihir, Legolas, and Sigla. This is epic.
We're too near the rocks! Everyone, hold on to something!
Are we going to destroy the wave? hunter. We just got this ship. We literally just got this ship and we just ran into ground. We just destroyed it. Good job. Our first voyage. I think the kid is going to be upset. We just sank his ship that his dad left him. It's probably not a good thing. It must not have loaded yet. I can't move. Oh wow, this biome is very cool looking. There we go, I can move now. Find the wave hunter. I'm betting it's this wrecked ship right over in front of me. God. So much for the wave hunter.
You're alive. Thank the Valar.
Yeah, it was right over there.
That unnatural storm has brought the voyage of the Wave Hunter to an early end. We have run aground upon the Shield Isles. Let us wait for the rain to stop, and then we will decide upon our next move.
Okay. Alright. We're leaving the encounter, so hopefully we're going back to the normal world area where I can call it a night for right now. Let's see, we got, yeah, because there's task board up there and stuff. And that's a milestone. We made it to a milestone, everybody. Woohoo! Let's go ahead and set, I want to keep that one. Let's do this one. Hey, they made it go do the thing again. They had gotten rid of that on so many expansions. They finally put it back. Alright, got this one guy out here, Daxmat.
We are lucky to be alive.
The storms that arise in the Bay of Belfalis can be fearsome, and these isles are often lashed by the worst of them. Ours is not the first ship to run aground on these isles, and I cannot believe it will be the last. I have been to one of the southernmost islands in the chain before, Zemerzul, it was called. My brother and I sheltered for a time among the freebooters who lived there, but Jajax did not want to stay, and I could not remain by myself. We were very young then, only children. Must have changed in the years since, but our arrival has attracted some attention. Look, among the trees. These isles are not deserted, Lorandon, and the men who live here may seek to do us harm. You feel eyes upon you from the tree line. Confront the men watching you from the tree line. Where are these men? I think that dwarf, so-and-so, he fell overboard during the storm. Am I supposed to talk to him? No? Where are these people that are confronting us from the... Maybe over here? Yep, there it is.
The storm chewed up your ship and spat you out, stranger.
But it must not have liked the taste of you. Most of the ships devoured by Shedek's kin arrive upon the Shield Isles in more pieces than this, and with fewer survivors. Shedek's kin, that is the Umbari word for the rocks that surround the island of Bakjad. It means the grinding jaws, and theirs is the smile that welcomes strangers to these isles. But someone else must smile upon you and upon your crew, for while your ship will not sail again, you have your life, and that is more than some retain when they come here.
There will be little for us to salvage today.
Matan and I listened to the driving rain and the storm last night, and it told the two of us a new wreck would decorate the islands this morn. We rose early, before any others, and came here in haste, though we were rewarded with disappointment. The owls have their new decoration, aye, but the grinding jaws did not finish their meal, and too many survivors guard the wreck. There will be little for us to salvage today, but I tell you this, life in the Shield Isles is hard. Not all who arrive here as you have can endure it. You survive the storm, but will you survive the week? Will you survive the day? Oh, it is no threat, stranger. I'm simply making conversation. Deed bestowed. Denizens of the Shield Isles. Alright, so we have made it to the Shield Isles. Let's take a look at our map. Yep. So we were up here in Gondor, and now we are down here in the Shield Isles. We are well on our way to Umbar. We have officially made it off of the normal area. My God, I couldn't get out of the bushes there. Alright. Instead of continuing on, I'm going to stop right here. We've been going for 3 hours and 18 minutes, so, you know, it's been a great Friday night. We had some friends come in. I know y'all couldn't hear them, but I was hearing them in Discord. I hadn't heard from them in quite a while. Fervy and Tiedemann and some others. Noelia. Trying to remember who else came in. My brain is failing me. It's been a long day for a long week, and I'm so glad that it's the weekend. Work has been rough lately. Really has. Oh my. So everybody, please do me a favor. On youtube.com/Ferone1, please hit the subscribe button and help me get to 1,000 subscribers. We've been stuck at about 817 for quite a while now. So please help me get to 1,000 subscribers. I know I'm not beautiful. I'm not sitting here with cleavage out and dancing around and going, hey, everybody. But, you know, I try at least to give y'all content that I hope you enjoy. So please help me out and go hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost anything. We all know that. I don't know why anybody says it, but I felt like saying it just now. youtube.com/Ferone1. Hit the subscribe button. Then head over to twitch.tv/Ferone. Hit the follow button over there. And finally, head over to X. It's at Ferone the Gnome. You can follow me on there. When you're done with all of that, head over to Ferone.com. You know, I don't even have the link down there. Why don't I have the link down? I don't know. The other links are down there. Anyway, head over to Ferone.com, click on the gnome's face, and you can find the Discord link there after you click on my little gnome face. And you can go over to our Discord server, introduce yourself in the introductions channel, and if you'd like, and want to get into our kinship, that's what a guild is called in Lord of the Rings Online. I run the Lorebound Walkers on the Peregrine server. It is a role-play encouraged server, one of the new 64-bit servers. Introduce yourself on there. We'll get you some access. You can join us in game. We'll put you in the kinship, and you can come have a lot of fun with us. We're very new and returning user-friendly kinship, which means if you ask questions, we'll try to answer it. If not, we'll send you to the most likely place to get information, which is almost always the Lotro wiki. Beyond that, if you don't know, I should have said this way back at the beginning. This is Lord of the Rings Online. It's been around for 18 years now. It's ran by Standing Stone Games. Head over to lotro.com, Lotro.com. Create an account, download the game, play for free up to level 95. The game is the best MMORPG on the market. Full stop. Alright. With that said, I am going to call it a night. I hope you all had a fantastic time. I had a great time tonight. We have finally gotten to the new content. We were in new content when we were up there in New Gondor, but this is the new content. This is all a new biome. This is tropical and stuff. This was never been in Lotro before, so this is the new stuff, and I'm very excited about getting into it. But beyond that, y'all have a fantastic rest of your day, night, morning, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. This is Ferone the Gnome, and I'm signing off. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.